That any
What up,
better?
what up, what up? It's your boy, Kings 23 Kicks, back up in the building. Another edition of Soul Center by SHPN. That's the Sneakerhead Podcast Network. This is the second show of the year. You know what I'm saying? Season 2. Greatly appreciate y'all pulling up. Got my special guest here, my man Charles. I'm going to have you introduce yourself, and then my other co-host, they'll be here in a hot second. But until the meantime, between time, we're going to hold it down. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and introduce yourself, my man.
For sure, man. Charles Bell, better known as One Grown Man, aka Mr. Kicker for Kids, man. Straight out of St. Louis, Missouri, just representing for the hometown, man. Enjoying a little bit of time with my man Kings 23 Kicks.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I sure definitely appreciate you pulling up today. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I know it's been a busy year. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot in store. We have different sections and stuff that we go over, but this show is mainly about, sneakers, but definitely we talk about, amongst other things, sports, of course, because, I'm a lover of sports, and we just talk about whatever, you know what I'm saying? As long as we keeping everything respectable, it is what it is. So y'all already know. Big shout out to anybody that's pulling up in the chat. Greatly appreciate y'all, you know what I'm saying? So we finna go ahead and get it started. So first thing first, man, I gotta ask. I hope you got your lineup ready. You got your lineup ready?
I got a few things ready for you. For you. We in the vicinity right now, so I can just reach to the left, reach to the right, and pull things out as need be.
Okay. That's what's up. We definitely gonna touch bases on that in a little bit, but yeah, I gotta make sure that you got your lineup, man. So I got a couple questions to ask you. You know what I'm saying? First thing first, what kind of sports teams do you like, or do you like any sports?
Yeah, man. So I grew up playing football and basketball, man. So I'm a huge football fan, huge basketball fan. I didn't kind of lay back on football a little bit because being in St. Louis, I remember being in school, right, and praying for us to get a football team. And we got the Rams, and then they took the Rams away from us. So I had to go on like a little year or two hiatus. I had to boycott the NFL, but we back now. So yeah, man, my heart was broken. So
hey, they was on a furlough, man. They was on furlough. That's all they were. They was on a furlough from LA. That's all that was.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, no. What's up, James F. Man's out here in the chat. Y'all already know, man. If anybody want to pull up in the chat, y'all already know. I put the link up in the chat. If you want to pull up, y'all know how it is. Click on the link, come on in, and we can definitely chop it up. That's how we ride over here on my channel. So you're a St. Louis fan.
I am, man. So I grew up watching the Rams, grew up watching the Cardinals. I worked for the Cardinals for like 10 years from high school to college. So big baseball fan, still a basketball fan, but I've always been one of those people where I'm a player guy, right? Since I don't have no basketball team from St. Louis or football team, so I love players. I don't care about the team aspect of it as much, but I root for teams because of my affinity for, specific players.
Right. I definitely understand that. Well, I'll let you know now. Yes, I am a Cowboys fan, but we are on I guess you say we separated right now. I filed for divorce. Hey man, I'm keeping it in the band, man. For real, I've been a Cowboys fan. I'm talking about since like Roger Staubach days. Like I've been a fan literally growing up. I mean, my dad was a fan. I've been a fan. My kids are, a couple of them are fans. I'm not gonna say all of them, but a couple of them are. My kids are kind of all over the place. So I mean, I just thought about that, man. I got Cowboys fans. I got a Cowboy fan, Steelers, Giants. Well, I say Giants / Cleveland now because she follows OBJ. We got a 49er / KC fan because she's a 49er fan, but she's been following Patrick Mahomes since he was in high school. And then I got one that just loves just team players. So yeah, it's just we're all over the place in this house. What's up, my man? Me and my kicks. What's going on with you?
What's going on, man? It's your favorite YouTuber, me and my kicks. Glad to come through for another episode today. Had to bring on Charles. He youngin' in the YouTube game, so I figured I'd go ahead and let him come on through. And then also, he he up there with Theo when it comes to that heat. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
so you up here being modest when I was just sitting there talking to you.
Oh man, well, I never know what people's expectations are. It's funny, we did a show a couple months ago, and the homie Arlen Mar pulled up, and we always do in St. Louis. You had your hottest heat on feet, whatever, right? So I had on some Oregon track 13s, and I was told that wasn't good enough, man. That people expected better of me, so I don't know what the expectations are no more, man. I'm a man that I like my shoes, so at this point I don't even know what heat is, because what I was told it wasn't good enough, so I got to get my life together apparently.
So you had on some Oregon PEs, and they told you that wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
So I guess they thought you was related to Michael Jordan or something. I mean.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. He said, man, we done seen everything on Instagram, man, on IG. You got to pull out that real heat. You showed up in some 13s. I was like, I showed up in, I mean, I like these shoes, and it matched my outfit. I had on a nice little, I smelled good. I felt like I was jiggy out there. Apparently not, man. They said they expect more of me.
That's crazy. I'm in the mindset of, okay, you see what I have, so I'm gonna rock what's comfortable and what's going on with the fit, with the drip.
Yep.
No judgment, that's just me. Shoot, come on now. Everybody has on. You throw on the beaters or the lax outfit or whatever you want to call it. Come on now. When it come time to get it right, then you can get it right. Man.
For sure.
Oh yeah. Hey, I wish they was trying to roast me what I wear on my feet. Like what? Like what? Like come on, dog. Don't start a fight in the sneaker con, G. Don't start a fight right now, G.
Hey, you'd be surprised. Some people do. They like to start their little fights, and I mean, that's crazy because you think about it. It might just be one of those days you just went to the store and some slides, or a beater or something, and be like, bro, come on now. Now I ain't gonna lie. Some people's shoes, I don't know if they beaters or not. Some shoes I feel like they need to be retired. Like when they go to leaning and. You know what I'm saying? The flapping and all this and that and the third. Some of them be like, come on now, bro. You stop that. Now, if you see me doing that, then yeah, call me out. Because I'm going to call one of y'all out. I'm just saying. If we anywhere and I see your shoe flapping and it didn't just start flapping while we was there, I got to get you.
What if somebody had on like an old shoe and then it started flapping due to sole separation,
And that, like I said, if we're out, let's just say we out, you know what I'm saying? We out kicking it, whatever, and then it starts flapping, then that's a different ball game because depending on how old that shoe is, really ain't no excuse for that. I'm just saying because I done been there. This is why I wear my shoes now because I done been out to be all of a sudden, right shoe get to talking, and then left shoe wants to start answering. So it happens.
Well, I say go ahead, Joe.
I was gonna say I've had that happen a couple times. 96 Cherry 12s, completely just fell apart on me. And then once at a sneaker con, I had on some battleground joints, man. I think what was that? The like flight was it Chrome Posits or not? I forgot what they was called, but it was the battleground joints. I think it was Flight Posit 3s, and they had the straps over the front. Yeah, man. As soon as I walked in, the straps just exploded off of them. I was like, oh, the rubber is gone. All the rubber fell off the shoe. So, yeah.
It happened, man. It definitely happened. And it seemed like every time it happened to me, you don't have a backup pair of shoes in the car. So, I've been there. So, this is why I encourage people to wear your shoes. At some point, wear your shoes, bro. Because if you're not going to wear them, you might well go and get rid of them. Because once you do put them on, that is a done deal. 100%. I've been to do that several times. Do a couple collections.
Well, I say, so Charles, man, how long you been collecting sneakers for?
Man, I say at this point, probably about 25, 26 years. I bought my first pair. The first pair I ever bought myself was the Bred 11s in 95 or 96. I think I was 13. I bought them off my cousin. It was he had worn all summer, beat them up, and I had been working, so $40. Charged me $40 for them. So that was the first pair. Since then, I didn't had a job, and it's been no looking back, man. I had a nice little 3-year break where I was nice and poor when I got out of college. So we wasn't doing much collecting then. But yeah, man, probably I guess that would be about 24 years now.
So what was that? Was that the shoe that inspired you to start collecting?
Nah, man, I always had a thing for Jordan. So I was born in '83. So for me, looking at Jordan coming up, it was one of those situations where I actually believed the hype in the marketing, right? So when they said, you know, it must be the shoes, I would get a pair and then literally go to the playground and see how much closer I got to being able to touch the rim. You know what I'm saying? So I always wanted them, but my mom couldn't afford. She just couldn't afford to buy them. So when I was a kid, it was a lot of Feli's, you know, LA Gears and stuff like that, Reebok pumps. But when I got old enough to actually start working in the summertime, yeah, first thing I had to go to was give me some clean J's.
Got to. So what is your Grail shoe, or do you even have your Grail shoe?
Oh yeah, I definitely got my Grail shoe, so I can pull that one out if you want. But my Grail was the 2014. It was the Legend of Summer, the Jordan 1 that was inspired by the Justin Timberlake and Jay-Z concert. So we the suit and tie joint. So
you have the suit and tie.
Yeah, I got two of them actually. I got the chrome here. I got you.
Hold on. What size you wear?
I'm an 11, but I had to grab these in 10 and a half because you can't be picky when it comes to these.
Yeah, boy. So, here starting off with this fire flame, bro.
Well, you said get my lineup ready. You know,
shoot.
I told him get ready. You know, I told him.
Yeah, when you talk about Grails, man, this was definitely my Grail. So I love both pairs. Actually, I love all four pairs, but this pair, the 3M pairs, that's my Grail. And then the pair that really, you know, kind of started it, because that's the sample pair. And then we got the dead stock leather joint there too. So that right now, like,
to be more careful.
Yeah, I was able to. Man, it's been a hunt, man. It was challenging tracking those down and then being in the position to actually pull the trigger on them when I was finally able to find a pair that was close enough to my size to do it. But that right there was like, hey, all right, I don't have to do nothing else. If I don't get another sneaker from now until the time the sun sets on my life, we good. I'll rock them things until. And the funny thing is, you know, a lot of people talk about you just said you got to wear your shoes. Like that boy has been, you know, I put work in it. I put a little work in it. I got more to put in. But if you see me at the next sneaker con, I'll have one of those on.
Okay.
Okay. I'm definitely.
Where you based out of? Where you at? Where you say?
St. Louis. Okay. Yep.
That colorway definitely makes sense with St. Louis.
It does, man. Cardinals, man. that red, it pops. And it's cool too because it's got that little extra like oomph and the glitter aspect of it, man. It's a flamboyant shoe, and a lot of times I like understated shoes because I like to let the shoe do the talking. But for something like that, like it's cool to just step out and do something completely different. I guess if I'd have had them on, they wouldn't have told me I wasn't doing enough, right?
Yeah, most definitely. At that point, I almost kind of side with them now. You didn't pull out that. I mean, just saying.
Like, yeah.
I won't say I side with them. I can see their point of view. Let's just put it that way. I can see their point of view.
Well, I said, Charles, do me a favor and unplug your mic. Or are you using a laptop or using your phone?
I'm using my phone.
Okay. Because he sound a little low. He sound a little low, just a little.
Let me see.
But I don't know. I had that problem when I first started, like using this thing. I don't know what it is. You feel me? But
it might be. Is this better when I get all up in it like this? I don't want to have to talk like that the whole time, but
yeah. I mean, it's better, but yeah. I mean, I don't want you to be all up in your thing like that too, like you're a reporter or something. You feel me? Like
he hopping.
it was all good though, man. What I say? So how did you come across that pair? Like, you know, you say you had to search for it. Like, who did you talk to?
Oh yeah, man. So that one, I just put in a word a couple years ago for a couple people. So it's two different pairs. The first pair that I grabbed was the leather pair. I grabbed those from the homie Simon Depeche Mode 23 on IG.
Okay.
I had reached out to him probably back in like 2017 and told him that I was looking for a size 10.5 to 11.5, and me and him just keep in contact. So I had been following this pair as it had changed hands from hands to hands to hands, and then it finally ended up in his hands on consignment, and I was able to pull the trigger. The funny thing is, actually, the Chrome or the 3M pair, I should say, that was an eBay find. An eBay find.
What?
Yeah, an eBay find, man. I had I was negotiating with the dude for probably like 2 months or so, and then he finally came down to a price that we could work with, and we was able to get it done. So I found a pair about 3 years ago. The homie Terrence Marks had it in lace, but
hold on, you said Terrence Marks?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember him. He been off the grid for a little minute on Facebook, Terrence, but yeah, I remember Terrence. Yeah.
Yeah, he had a pair, but I couldn't pull the trigger then, man. At the time, it had to be right. I had to sell off quite a few kicks, and I wasn't ready to do that at the time. But now I'm like, you know what, it is what it is. If you're gonna get what you want, you might as well make it happen.
That is true. Facts, big facts. Man, he'll just searching with the heat. That's what's up. So how many pairs are in your collection? Do you think you have?
A little over 800.
Damn.
Ooh, that's a whole house.
I it's a lot, but it's funny. I should show y'all. My wife got on me because the basement is jacked up right now. I got to take inventory. It's like 100 shoes sitting in front of our TV right now, and then I keep a storage section for some of the other ones. So they everywhere.
That's a deep rotation.
You got drop fronts or no?
Nah, man. It's too many. Like by the time drop fronts came around, I was already 400 pairs deep. So in my mind, I was like, they $10 a pop. 400 times 10. It wasn't.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
I would tell you this, and from experience, just from watching Jumpman, the OG. He was definitely way deep in the game before he started doing drop fronts. But looking at his old videos versus looking at him now and the process of getting the drop fronts, and speaking for myself, believe me, I was the same way. It was like drop fronts are a headache. I felt like they cost too much, and I felt like they were taken away from shoes. But the organization of it, and me being OCD, I tell you, it is so much better. As a matter of fact, I even asked you, Mr. Me and My Kicks, how do you feel about the drop fronts now versus not having them before? And you're recently getting them.
Oh yeah, I mean it was definitely a must. You feel me? Like because now I get like access to my shoes like way easier. You know what I'm saying? Then also like it never fails. Like somebody come through and they be like, "Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! It's all your shoes." I'm like, bro, like come on, man, this ain't nothing. What you mean this ain't nothing? Oh my god! Oh my! Like,
because this ain't all of them.
like bro,
you don't understand that.
But yeah, I mean it's definitely I feel you on that though. But like if you call Container Store, like you talk to the customer service, you can like kind of broker a deal with them. Like like say for instance you want to buy like 200 of them, you could be like, hey, I'm trying to buy 200 of these. Can you give me like a 30% off discount? And now instead of paying 10, you paying 7 a pop. It's still expensive, but you know what I'm saying. We can work out with them. And Lamar, he got some type of hookup with Container Store because he said he like the last bunch he got, he didn't even pay for his. Like he said, he got them for damn near free. So you need to. I mean, holler at R, man, see what he got.
And like Jumpman is partnered with him too. So I imagine he's not really just dropping out like that. And I mean, shoot, I've even done it.
Here's a free. I talked to both of them. I've been trying to get my deal too. I need a deal too. If the Container Store is looking, we all need free containers. I talked to Jumpman. They gave him free, and they at a sneaker con. Matter of fact, it might have been a Complex Con. I can't remember. I think a sneaker con a couple years ago in Chicago. He brought Lamar to them, and then they start giving them the vouchers for them to get them free, and now they just send them to him. So, man, if I could get a deal like that, I'd be down for it. I'd definitely be down for it.
Hey, you gonna have to talk to him, man. See what it is, because I mean, are you more famous, or you got more followers on IG, or like do you really go hard on IG?
I don't know how many followers I have. Probably 2,000 or so. I don't know if that's popular or popular. It ain't a lot.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, if you, it depends. Like, if you was going hard on IG, I don't know what type of content you post. You feel me? Like, do you do like the on foots? Because people be doing different things with their stuff. But like, but if you know them, you should be like, hey man, go ahead. You feel me? Go on, hook me up. You feel me? Hook it up.
Get the plug in, man.
Yeah, just get that plug in, see what they say, man. But yeah, I mean, 800, man, you definitely need drop fronts because I'm sure there be pairs you go across, you be like, damn, I had these, like
And it's always a comfort, man. No, go ahead.
No, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you. I was gonna say I print off stickers, so I got the stickers on the front of the box, so I don't have to look at the signs anymore. At least I know what's on there. But you're right. Every time I see people with those drop fronts, I get jealous because it just looks good and it's clean. It just makes everything look better, almost like a decoration.
Man. It does. I would tell you. I mean, I'm constantly getting them, and when I get them, I'm glad I'm getting them. But then before I get them, it's like, man, I don't want to drop out because when I get them, I'm getting at least 4 or 5 cases at pop. So you know what I'm saying. I try to wait till I get my little pop rewards. I try to wait till I get discounts. I try to wait till they go on sale. So that's usually when I try to go hard and go get them. And then usually, I got a relationship with a couple of people that's in the store when I do go. So it's like I'm steady trying to get the plug in. Like, hey, can I get the plug? You know what I'm saying? Because in this game, it's not what you know, it's who you know. So I mean, it doesn't hurt to go do it. So definitely, you know what I'm saying? Especially with 800, you got twice as many as I got. Easy.
What's your favorite silhouette?
Oh, that's a good question. It's a toss-up. It's Jordan 11 or Jordan 1. I know that's like the most popular answer to the ones right now, but I've been doing that for a long time. So the 11 is what got me started. The 1 is probably the shoe I wear the most and have probably been wearing the most of for like maybe 10 years or so. So it had to be one of those two.
Bet. What about I say? What's I know you got probably a lot of raw ones. What's your most limited 11 that you got?
Ooh, probably the Pantone, I guess. I mean, 11s. I don't really look at 11s like they limited. I mean,
yeah. I mean, it's not. Yeah, it's not that many limited joints out there. Like I can only think of like those Drake ones. That's the only ones I could think of. But yeah.
Nah, see, with 11s, I don't. The funny thing is with 11s, like I look at the 11s as the shoe that like I grew up on. So I don't really care about the hype behind it. Like I'll get the shoe if I can get the shoe, but I won't pay resale for an 11.
Okay.
I'm not paying no extra for an 11. I had the Pinnacle joints, and what I'm realizing now from a silhouette standpoint, like as I'm getting older, man, my feet hurt. So like me actually rocking 11s is very seldom now. I don't really do it that much, but I love looking at them. That's just the shoe that makes me think of sneakers. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
okay. I feel you. No, I feel you about that comfort, G. What do I say? So, damn. So, do you collect anything outside of Nike and Jordan, or just all Nike Jordan?
Yeah, so I'll do a little bit different. I like my my high end stuff, so I'll do a little Gucci, a little Prada. I mess with the Yeezys a little bit, Ultra Boost a little bit. Ultra Boost are a word for me because they don't really fit my feet. I got fat feet, so the material I don't wear shoes enough to break them in. So when you got that Flyknit style material, if it's too tight, like it rubs me the wrong way. But yeah, I do a little bit of everything, man. I actually wear dress shoes almost as much as I wear sneakers. So you'll see me in a pair of Cole Hines almost more likely than you'll see me in a pair of J's.
I can definitely relate to that because before I started working from home, that's where I was at because I'm working in the office. So I was in a lot of dress shoes. I have quite a few dress shoes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, as far as loafers, dress shoes, like that collection over there is kind of crazy too. But you rocking a lot of those, and then when we had the chance to wear or dress down on Fridays, oh man, I would go so hard at work. They'd be like, "Oh my God!" Like, yeah, y'all don't understand. I've been waiting on Friday.
See, it's funny, man. When I was younger, like I really wasn't like I love Jordans, but like when I was in college, I couldn't afford them, so I got off into a bunch of other stuff. I had a lot of Diodoras, a lot of a lot of Asics, a lot of New Balance. I mean,
New Balances ain't cheap.
No, they not. But
they be thinking they cheap. Them New Balances ain't just cheap.
No, but they go on. When you go to if you're in a small town, they one of the first shoes to go on clearance. It'll be them right next to some Air Raids.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That is crazy. But yeah, definitely. And I would definitely give New Balance another card. Man, those shoes are comfortable as hell.
Oh,
definitely comfortable as hell.
So I run, and as a runner, like there's really nothing better than a good pair of New Balance or a good pair of Asics, man. In terms of comfort, like I've never had a shoe, a Nike shoe, or really even an Adidas shoe that just stands up to the like how your foot feel in one of those. I mean, it's better than having on house shoes.
Yeah, no cap, it definitely is. So we've been sitting up here talking about this. I gotta know. You said you was ready, so
yeah, man.
You gotta show me your 10, bro. You gotta show me your 10. Your top 10.
And then hold them up to the camera good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on bring.
I'm
gonna put you on the big screen and everything. You gotta show you top 10. Everybody, the man, I've heard the word. This man got some heat, so we want to see what's going on with him, and we definitely gotta see it.
You already know the top 2, right? So we'll put that in the camera. Let me get it back.
Hold on, let me go back over here and give you the solo layout. There you go. Y'all check that out, boy. Go ahead. It's all you got the flow.
Yeah. So that's got to be number 1. I mean, for me, from a Grail status shoe, man, like the amount of time that it took for me to grab that shoe and the amount of energy that it took, I had to put that up there at the top. We got the 3M boys. That's gonna be number 2, falling right behind them. Then I'll tell you back to the story when they told me it wasn't good enough. I gotta pull them boys out too. So let me grab these for you real quick. Oh. So the 13s. I mean, I feel like 13s are understated shoe too. People don't give 13s the quality or the love that they deserve, man. But the color on these boys is something different. That shoe is nothing to be played with. That track 13, man, that Oregon 13 is just something special, man. That yellow.
I like that.
Yellow. It's a clean shoe, bro. It's a clean shoe.
I am a fan of 13s.
What you was wearing?
Oh man, I had on I found a Nike tech suit, the yellow tech suit with this color. It just came out. It just came out literally like 2 weeks before the event. So in my mind, I was like, "Oh, I'm finna kill him." So
that's nasty fit. I don't know what they were talking about.
Yeah, I don't see why they were talking down on you. I ain't one to hate, but I mean, you had to drip. First of all, I make shoe contact before I make eye contact. And and of course, you know, I didn't meet you before today, but if I'd have seen them on you, we finna have a conversation, bruh. Who you know and what you got on some you got on some stuff, boy, that don't too many people have. So definitely respect that.
I felt good about it, you know. And the funny thing was, I ain't wore them to the event. I put them on at the event because I was gonna make an event out of that, right? Because it was an event that I was hosting. So I actually had on the not for resales when I walked in, and they was like, "All right, I know that ain't what you rock." I'm like, "Yeah, you're right. I got something else." But number 4, we going with the track. We just showed you the track 13. This is the basketball friends and family 13 right here. So
okay,
Matthew.
All right,
Matthew.
Is that gray? That's a gray upper? That's gray?
So it's gray, and then you can see the yellow thread throughout the shoe.
Now that pops.
Yeah. That yellow pops.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Got the hoops right there on the front, and then that mat on the mat on the tongue right there. Then I go to my classics. These used to be in the top. But I don't feel like I'm not gonna say that. I feel like for any real sneakerhead, you know when the game went crazy, and it was when Yeezy came out with these boys. It changed the way that we sell. I mean, it was
that boy went throwback heat.
Yeah, man. I mean, it can't all be 2020, right? You know what I mean?
Right.
I remember looking at Saturday Night Live and just the glow that hit this shoe from the stage, and I couldn't make out the shoe or the silhouette, and I hadn't seen it, so I didn't know what it was. And then they finally got that close up later on when they started showing the pictures, and it was a shoe I absolutely had to have. So I'll say that would probably be number 5. If we going number 6.
Hey, don't you hate when you looking at a TV show or something on TV and you can't figure out what shoes they got on? Like you watching a basketball game Me and my kids, remember we did this a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
I was so in tune. I just forgot about the game. I'm trying to figure out what the heck. I think it was Harold. Harold had on his feet, and I'm like, God dang, I can't figure out what he had on. And it was driving me crazy.
That's the motivation. Hey, look, I keep getting bigger TVs, man. It's because my eyes keep getting worse, and I like seeing what people got on their feet. So when the game on and I can't see, I'm like, damn, I need another 10 inches of TV, man. I can't see nothing.
No, Jimmy.
Oh,
for sure.
Man. So we 5 in. I'll give y'all number 6. That's gonna be the Filbert joint. So that J2K. This actually was a real recent pickup. So for me, I had been after this shoe for a long time. I had the original J2K pack with the 7s, and I had the original the other pair of the patchwork ones too that were all black with the red. And it was such a dope shoe. I was like, man, I wanted the multicolor, but I could never find the multicolor. This again was another eBay find. So I put those just from a sentimental value and how long because I've been after that shoe for probably the last 7 years or so. So to grab that in 2020, that was a nice way to end off the year. So another understated one. A lot of people like ones, but they always trash kind of like some of the older ones and some of the mids. But I feel like, mids don't get enough love, but now they're starting to get a bunch of love. So you got to go back to one of the throwback.
Okay. Them joints.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah. So
definitely fire. Definitely fire.
Yeah, I mean, and this, you can see, I'm not one of those people. I got so many shoes, just like y'all fellas. I can't rock shoes. I've rocked this shoe as much as I can actually wear this shoe, but the material on it, the quality, you can't tell. The little bit of creasing, you put a little shoe tree in them and get them right back to where they were. So, we'll go with a little bit more hype. Everybody knows me for the Oregon collection, so we'll go with that. With the Tinker 3 joint.
Okay.
Yeah. One of the things about this shoe, man, that suede. Pull that in there real quick.
Yeah, that suede like some butter. That's that booty backstroke right there.
It feels different too. So when I take these to last time I took these to Show Me Kicks, which is one of the things that we do in St. Louis, man. I had a bunch of like old white dudes that were trying to touch it. I'm like, listen, man, you got to put on some gloves. I don't need that. You can't.
I know, right?
You know what I'm saying?
For sure. For sure. We need them white. That's that white glove treatment. Skip.
100%, man. 100%. So right behind me, spinning. I don't know if y'all can see what that is, but
isn't that pit crew?
Yeah, that's a pit crew.
Yeah, I figured that's what that was back there spinning.
Yeah, man. So this was actually one of the first times I ever really spent any real money on a shoe. I mean, because at this time, getting a sample or a friends and family or a PE was extremely difficult. And I just wasn't used to spending, I dropped money on the new release or something like that, $200 or $300 to get the shoe the day that it came out, but something that I couldn't legitimately get my hands on because it wasn't going to be local. So this is the shoe that kind of started me with the more high purchase, high dollar items. So you see, we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I had to finish it off, you know what? I make this simple too. One of my favorites. Never go wrong with a frag. Never go wrong with a frag. Now,
the
reason why I put these in there, man, is just when I look at when these drop, ones were at a point where they weren't hype, and this was at that point where it started the hype on ones. So with me being a guy that liked ones before, it was a little frustrating, but it was also kind of cool to see them finally get they just do. You know what I'm saying? So let me put that up there again so y'all can get that pick. But when you look at this year, when these dropped, and then you look at the shattered backboards, and then we started getting some of those classic retros like the band ones again, and I think the next year the UNCs came out, and we got the top 3 joints, and now all across the world, the one is really, I mean, that is the epitome or the pinnacle of hype right now. So I've got more expensive shoes than that one, but just in terms from the way I think about shoes and kind of, because me having those when I rock them, oh man, you a hype beast. Like, man, I what? Like, man, I've been wearing these for like, you know, so for me, it's just from a personal standpoint, they got a little bit of meaning because it's nice. You know how when you love a player, you love to see that player win. For me, for a shoe, for a silhouette, finally getting to see that silhouette get the respect that it deserved from the beginning was kind of nice.
That's what's up there, bro. You got a fire top 10. I'm definitely respect that. But I have a good question for you. So you said the pit crew is the one who started you collecting the PEs type stuff, you know, dropping bags on the thing. So my question to you is, what made you go outside of your comfort zone to do that?
So honestly, it's a funny story. So, and it's kind of ridiculous to tell you the type of individual I am. So I had a pair of Nike Air Max, and I was able to acquire them through a trade, right? So I traded 3 pairs of, I think it was when the Supreme 5s dropped. So 3 pairs of Supreme 5s, the Yeezy Zens and the Blinks, and I think I like $800 or something like that. So I had
Air Max?
Yeah, for the mags.
Mags.
Yeah. Oh man, I'd have been crazy for some Air Max. He's like, man, what?
I'm about to say, damn.
I'm like, damn, I love Air Max, but damn.
I thought he said Air Max. I'm about to say, what the fuck? Air Max cost that much? Goddamn. Like,
we had to check his scruples.
Yeah, man, something was off. So at that point, that was the most money I had ever put towards a shoe because that was the first time I had ever came out of like $800 or $900 for a shoe when I got those Air Mags. So I had these mags for, you know, years or whatnot, and I rocked them. I rocked them a lot. Everywhere, you know, every big event, that's what I wore. And then, man, I just had this epiphany. I was like, man, I wanted this. I wanted a Maserati. This is a Gran Turismo, this drop top. And I was like, I'm not spending this much money on this. I got a ton of stuff that I could get rid of that'll pay for it. And I sold the Air Mags in a package with like 20-something other shoes to get to purchase that car, right? And after that, I was looking at my collection, and man, my heart was hurt. I was like, damn, I gave away a bunch of stuff, and I just hadn't really thought about it. You know how you get excited about something? And it was all stuff I had doubles of, but it was the stuff that I had worn. And it was the stuff that I had that really had my meaning and it just made me excited. And I'm one of those people where it's hard for me to wear a shoe unless I got 2 pairs. I don't know why that is, but if I don't have a pair to stock, it's hard for me to put my foot in it. So long story short, that summer when I started, you know, hitting the circuits again, going to the sneaker cons and, you know, all of the stuff locally, I just didn't have none of the stuff that I normally would have, and I had to make myself feel better. So I was hunting. I was hitting all my people up like, man, I need something special, something that's going to make me feel the way I felt when I had the mags on, when I knew I was going to be the only person in there with the Air Mags. And I found these pit crews on eBay.
Okay.
You know what?
Hey, he was going on the eBay looking, boy. Hey. People be sleeping on that eBay.
Yeah, man.
Between you and Coffee, I'm gonna have to start doing eBay for real. Like y'all boys be finding some stuff on eBay. But I gotta respect it. Y'all boys definitely fire, bro. Big respect.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
You gotta pick your time. If you do it in the summertime, you can always go to a sneaker con right after you get it, because it's one almost every month. So if you spend some high dollar and you ain't sure, you know, whether or not, if it's something you ain't seen in person and you don't know, you can take it, get it legit, check, send that thing right on back. But now eBay got their own authenticators too, and they use the sneaker con people. So to me, it's even easier.
I think that definitely does ease my mind and my heart. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that it can be authenticated and be legit, because that was one of the reasons why I would never really just mess with eBay, because I don't want to get fully waned. I just don't.
100%.
Just don't.
Well, you find steals though. So like I found a pair of Georgetown 13, the Lows, the PE basketball team, the 2017 joints for like $1,800, and you're gonna be mad when you see this, but then I was able to trade that shoe to English Soul for the Oklahoma ones.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, add a little cash, but because I found that deal, the value of it, I found it for so low that I was able to get $3,500 worth of value out of it in the trade. So
makes sense.
For me, like, I'm always looking for steals, and you know, that's the part of the game that I love the most, is just that hunt and the search.
Thanks. Yeah, that's what's up. Man, this man, he'll come with that fire, come with that. You know what? I just thought of something. We can do a PE battle. Would you be down for that?
Yeah, who we gonna go against?
Shoot. What's her name?
Yeah, it's hard to get these people on. You act like it's just sweet. Like I can't just, because he's talking about Theo. I don't know, Theo Harris.
Oh yeah, Theo Harris.
Yeah. Like I had him.
Well, don't necessarily have to be a PE battle, but I think you two guys would be a great, great entertainment.
It'll be easier for Charles because Charles like trying to do YouTube as opposed to Theo. Theo just collect and he just have his own shoes. So Charles, I can see him doing a sneaker battle and but then also what hurts him is all his shoes aren't in drop front, so it's kind of hard for him to get to the shoe that he wants to get. So it's gonna because we be doing like sneaker battles and stuff like that. And the thing is, you got like 60 to 90 seconds to go get your shoe, which for you.
But one thing about it, this is my channel. We can do it the way we want it. You already know. Not to take nothing away from nobody else's sneaker channels or anything like that. And they sneaker battles. I love them. I'm subscribed to them. I definitely watch them. But this is Soul Center. So,
hey, pull the channel up, bro.
Yeah, I just put his channel in the
chat. I saw that, but I was about to say share it to the screen because I just wanted people to see his channel. He just how long you started this channel? Has it been a minute or?
Yeah, it's been. Well, no, it hasn't been, man. We kind of really just started it. I want to say it was in the middle of the pandemic. It was probably in April. Matter of fact, no, actually, I take that back. That's when we started shooting the videos. I don't think I started the channel until October. So we've had the channel up now, and it wasn't even for me. The crazy thing is, my girls was like, hey, we should put this on YouTube. They just love taking videos, so it became something organic. And for me, it was like, all right, I want to be able to keep these videos, so we might as well just upload them somewhere. And then, I mean, it's a small following. It's been cool because it's been growing, and we haven't really been consistent or doing. It hasn't been with the thought process of growing it. It's just what we do. I open shoes up every other day, and they love to do it.
See, yeah, baby sneakerheads. Yeah, and then so he had posted his video in the group that we in, and then that's how I figured out he did YouTube. The thing is, since he got kids in his video, when you say you got kids in your video, YouTube just deletes your comment. You can't comment on the video. Yeah. So and he's in that situation. So if you really want to take YouTube seriously, he got to make his own channel, and then he got to do it with himself. And that's kind of hard, you feel me? Because he like to do it with his kids, and it's because they end up cutting the comments off after people had those little kid videos, and then they were sneaking little demonic stuff in them. That's when YouTube just said, let's just go ahead and cut off the comments for anything that's geared towards kids.
I'm glad you said that because I had to do a couple of my kids wanted to do video because they want to do vlogs, and I'm like. I get that, but the way YouTube is now, and I'm relatively fresh, but at the same time, reading rules and the guidelines is they're so strict on it, and respectfully so. But it's a whole different dynamic when you have kids in your videos because they do not allow comments or anything like that. And I first found that out when I was watching CJ So Cool. It's they cut out the comments on none of that. They do not allow it. So it's a different dynamic. So I mean, you might want to do is consider doing your own channel and then keeping that one with the kids, and you can actually link them together. So
yeah, I appreciate the feedback. We want to do it that way. My wife and I were talking about it today because I was like, yeah, man, I was supposed to start my own channel. So I'm doing the podcast today, and they're gonna show love and support. And she was like, well, the thing is, we want to open up a boutique at the end of the year. So that's our goal. So if we can get that off the ground, I shouldn't say if. When we get that off the ground, leading up to that, we want to make sure. Yeah, we want to make sure everything is done the right way. So I was talking about it today. We had came up with the name. We got our business plan. Now we just putting stuff to the side and getting the money together to get an actual physical location. So I was like, all right, well, we're gonna do it, but we just gonna wait till we get everything trademarked and have everything in place so that when I launch it, everything is good to go. So that way the girls can still have theirs. We can have our own. It'll be linked to the store, and then people can support it. We try to build the brand the right way.
Absolutely. And we're definitely just gonna put it out there. I don't know if you have an IG, but we'll definitely put it out there. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the things that this, my channel is about, what this podcast is about, is shining light on new and upcoming YouTubers and stuff like that, so we get everybody out there. You know what I'm saying? Sub up to the channel. So matter of fact, y'all make sure that y'all sub to the channel. I did put his link to his channel off in there. Y'all make sure y'all sub up. Y'all already know, hit the notification bell, the whole 9.
Man, I appreciate that.
No problem. And then and then what else? Like it's another famous YouTuber. I mean, he's not a YouTuber, he a gamer. And like, just because like his first couple of videos he posted like years ago got kids in them, he can't get comments on none of his videos. So like it's crazy because like that really messes with your engagement and all of that, man. Like, and then people people who subscribe to you and want to rock with you, they can't even comment and let you know like if you did a good job. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah. But, and plus that helps you get in your algorithms too when people are in your comments. So that's really kind of holding you back. I don't like that. And
then I saw the video. I was like, oh man, what he got the Oklahoma Sooner PE sample ones. I was like, oh man, he getting he getting that money right there, bro.
For sure. And beautiful kids, by the way. So yes, definitely.
Yes.
Oh, I appreciate that, fellas. And hey man, look, I appreciate the game too. See, that's the one thing that I love about this community in general. Like, people like to shoot. Everybody that I get the opportunity to interact with, it's all about love and sharing opportunities, and we all raising each other up. And that's just not something that you see, in every industry or every genre, just that consistency, man. So I appreciate what y'all trying to do for the culture and the community, and just supporting newbies like myself, because I would have never known any of that. When he told me that, I was like, man, I was wondering why ain't nobody ever say nothing. I hadn't even thought about it because it just wasn't a priority.
Yep, and it definitely tells you right there, comments are turned off.
Yep.
And another thing is too, being that you have kids in there, you see it says comments are turned off. You see all the suggested videos on the side, all kids videos.
Yeah.
Trust me, I had to go through the same learning process, bro. I had to go through the same learning process. Same thing is, you start figuring out, and then once you get a hold of it, and you start figuring out the algorithm, and you start figuring out the SEOs, then it helps a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? It helps a whole lot.
Well, I say another question I had was, what's your top 3 shoes that are GRs?
Ooh, GRs.
I live that GR life. You know what I'm saying? You in my realm now. So
yeah, that's where I'm at.
I love that. That's a great question.
You ain't that GR.
I go back to my favorite GR of all time, which was the Outlet Find. That would have been the OG, not OG, but the 2011 band ones. So that was a GR. It was a
technically okay.
Yeah, technically. You want GR, you want GR Fine.
You good? No, you good. No, you good. It's your list, brother. It's your list.
Well, that's probably, if all my shoes, that's just my most worn shoe. So that would probably be my favorite GR. Honestly, a slept-on GR that I was really excited about were the Katrina 3s. So that shoe stacked.
Yeah.
Man, that is one of the coldest shoes I think I probably bought. When I think back over the last 4 or 5 years, like the fact that it's got no love and really nobody talks about it. It was clean.
I love that shoe.
Yeah,
that is one of my favorite 3s. No cap. I would rock a Katrina 3 before I rock the white cement or the black cement.
For sure. Yeah.
For sure.
That colorway, man. The thing about it is, had that been limited or been a sample or something like that, it'd be one of the most expensive 3s that they had out there. I say the other one that I was probably, and I just actually said this on my IG the other day, probably the most slept on or most disrespected shoe when they first launched was the Bloodline. Not, I wouldn't say, but yeah, really the Bloodline ones from, I guess was that 2019, 2018. That's probably one of my favorite GRs too. I rock that with that little red piping all the time, man. And the thing was,
mine is still DS. I haven't even put my foot in them things yet.
They cold, and I got
they are
on Swoosh. It was like $80.
Dang.
Oh, you got the Swoosh? You got Swoosh powers?
I had them. I don't have them anymore. But
okay,
I went through the homie. He grabbed them for me. I got 2 pairs, And then they was on sale at a whole bunch of other places too, man. I probably got 10 pairs of that shoe that I don't think I paid no more than $112 for any of them because they was all on clearance. Foot Action, Foot Locker.
I have to agree with you. That was a slept on shoe that nobody liked at all. And everybody talked bad about that shoe. But as soon as I seen that shoe, and this is what I mean by copying what you like. If the shoe speaks to you and you like the shoe, it matters a damn what anybody else thinks or what they say. At the end of the day, you're the one buying the shoe. It's your money. You the one got to put that shoe on. If you don't like it, cool. That is your opinion. Not gonna fault you for that. But when I seen that shoe, I was like, man, I need to have this. This is different. And it was just enough different for me. One, I was like, yeah, I gotta grab it.
I love it.
They did go on sale too.
Yeah, them things definitely set.
Yep.
I tell you, since you asked me the GR, and I guess the band one, I mean, it was a GR technically, but that's not. I go back to actually one of my favorite kicks of the last probably decade, the Kobe 9 Details. That shoe.
Okay.
Yeah. To me, like I'm not really a huge Kobe guy. I mean, when you're a Jordan fan, like some people, it's hard to root for him. And I was never a fan of like the low style of his kick. So when they dropped that 9 and that had that high ankle on it, I was like, oh yeah, these are something different.
Oh
yeah.
Man,
so that was probably I replaced the band one with that one.
Okay. I was about to say, what are your top 3 shoes that are not Jordans? That aren't Jordans.
Yes.
Ooh, that's easy. LeBron 9 Big Bang.
Okay.
One of my favorites. I would also say, well, I just used the detail, so I won't say the detail. Honestly, man, y'all remember the Air Max Deluxe?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was the most money I had ever spent on a shoe when I was in high school. And it was I had every single colorway. So I can't say any particular shoe, but just that line in general, that shoe is iconic. And even when they dropped again earlier, I guess that was last year, I grabbed 2 or 3 pairs of those too. So if I got to go with another shoe, I'll give one other shoe, and that'll probably be, that's a good one. It'd have to be the LeBron 8 South Beach.
Okay.
Definitely, I can see that. Matter of fact, I'm not going to ask you what's your most expensive shoe you pay for. I'm just going to go on the other end. What is the biggest steal that you had?
Ooh, biggest steal. It wasn't really a steal, but it is. I found a pair of Katie Weatherman that this kid had that had been beat to death, and this was probably in 2017. So that shoe at that time was like $800 or $900 or something like that. I think I gave that kid like $100 for those shoes. They was worn, and then I traded them for a pair of dead stock Chicago ones.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. That is the steal.
$100 for a pair of dead stock Chicago ones. When you look at the market on those things now, $100 for them. Yeah.
You definitely hit somebody on the head in the medulla oblongata for that one.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. So you're a big football fan. We talked about that earlier. Who do you got this weekend?
Who do I want versus who I got? 2 totally different things. Man.
Well, we know neither one of our teams are there, so they're gonna be watching like us.
Well, I got the Packers, and I got the Chiefs, but I'm going for the Bills. I cannot root for Kansas City, and I love Mahomes. But when the Rams left, that owner Clark Hunt was one of the voters that voted for the Rams to be able to relocate back to California. So they were for. And then not only did they do that dirty stuff, but then he put boards up, ad boards up all around St. Louis saying the Chiefs were our new team. The hell they are. So
petty,
man, super petty. So I hope it's 2 degrees in Buffalo and they get all up in their tail this weekend.
I actually, me myself, don't get me wrong, I ain't got nothing against Mahomes. I just want to see the Bills do. I just want to see something different. The Bills been slept on this year, as quite a few were. The Bills was not talked about like they were gonna do something. They did a little something last year, but I just want to make it interesting. And I think the Bills are going to be. I don't think the Bills are going to lay down. I just want a good game. See, I'm the type of person, whether it's my team or not. Everybody know I'm the Cowboys. I know they trash. You can't hurt my feelings. I don't give a damn. But I'm gonna talk about them too. You know what I'm saying? Right is right, wrong is wrong. And I just want a good game. I just don't want the Bills to just go in there and lay down. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm expecting a better game. But if one thing I do know, if the Chiefs go in there playing around like they do with these other teams and try to come back, the Bills ain't that type of team that's going to, take the foot off the neck. So they're going to have to go out there and keep scoring. I expect a high-scoring game. They're not going there playing around.
Well, they played earlier in the year, and this game is in Kansas City, right? Because they the top seed. So, Kansas City has got – that team is just stacked. The one thing that I like about the Bills is they got that offense, but when you look at their players on defense, like, they score because they score. But if they didn't have to score, that defense is one of the better defenses that we've probably seen the last 4 or 5 years too, man. That secondary is something nice. And what I love about that team too is you got a bunch of players that, like, nobody thought that they should be as good as they are. So when you look at Stephon Diggs, like, he was a throwaway from Minnesota. Mm-hmm. Not to say he wasn't great, but they was like, all right, we'll move on.
They just cut ties on him, yeah.
Yeah, but you'll never do that for a superstar wide receiver unless you dumb like the Texans. But outside of that, you never see that.
Or like the Giants when getting rid of OBJ.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
You're 100% right though.
Who does it? The Texans. I don't know what kind of crack they smoking, but
see, and at least I don't know. Look, OBJ might have wanted out. I don't know what he was saying behind, but I know Hopkins didn't want out. He was not trying to get traded to the Cardinals. So I'm glad.
It is the fact that they did that. Nobody saw it coming, and literally 98% of the league was like, "What the hell just happened?" Literally, I'm talking about, including Texas players, including everybody, commentators, everybody was like, "Where did that come from?" Because when I heard it, I was like, "Get out of here." But then I put it up on my ESPN on my phone. I'm like, who does that? It's like if we wake up in the morning, it's like, oh, Patrick Mahomes was traded. What?
Man, who does that?
It definitely would.
You know how special a player is. This is how I know how special a player is. I don't know if y'all play like Madden or 2K online.
Definitely.
But, the last time I saw the Cardinals be a team that everybody plays with was back when they made the Super Bowl, when Larry Fitzgerald was in his prime and they had Kurt Warner. Every 4 games I play on Madden now, somebody's playing with the Cardinals because Hopkins is unstoppable on the game, just like he is unstoppable in real life. When you go to a place and your quarterback automatically becomes a top 2 or 3 quarterback candidate just because you're there, man, come on.
And the thing, Jackson is on the cover, but they ain't using him. Like, and he won the MVP last year. I'm just saying, like, this dude. The boy is a beast, man. The boy is a beast, definitely. As far as I'm taking Green Bay on this one because, like, man, Stephen A. says that's a bad man, and I don't think Tampa Bay has enough. And when I say enough, I mean Brady. Brady's not the same Brady as he used to be. I mean, just watching him during the season, I mean, he was. I understand you're trying to get acclimated to Tampa Bay and their offense, but bro, you was misplacing downs, and your accuracy ain't on point like it is. You're not throwing the ball downfield like you used to. Can't do it. I just can't see it. So, and I think it's gonna be up there. It's gonna be cold. So I mean, cold weather Brady's used to, but I'm thinking Green Bay gonna take that one.
I hope so. I'm with you. As a Rams fan, I hate Tom Brady. I think I have to hate him until I die. It's got to be on my headstone because the Patriots cheated us in the Super Bowl. I'm never gonna get over that. But with that being said, though, the funny thing is when you said I don't think they got enough. Could you have the fact that they got Antonio Brown, they got
he's not playing.
And
AB not playing. His leg hurt. He's not playing.
I saw him go down in the last game, but I thought he'd be back with it.
No, he's not playing. That's a done deal.
Well, they spanked him the last time they played him, but Adams didn't play. So I'm hoping
Yeah.
that it makes a huge difference because if there's competition for Hopkins being the number one wide receiver in the league, the two people that I think are giving him that are Adams and Hill for different reasons, but Adams is a
Yeah.
beast, so he changes the dynamic for everybody.
Yes, he does. But yeah, AB not playing. Contrary to all the crap he got going on outside of that gridiron, he ain't playing. And I know he mad he not playing, but
Yeah.
I'm glad he ain't got no more. I ain't gonna say no more drama. I'm just glad he just STF, and let's just put it that way. Just keep your mouth shut and play. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah. Man, I feel bad for that dude. Like, if you look at Antonio Brown before that, what was the that middle linebacker that played for the Bengals? Dirty dude.
Perfect.
He ain't been the same since, man. He took that hit, dyed his hair yellow, grew out a porn stash, and went crazy, man. He
got hit by Perfect. I mean, Perfect was nothing to play with. I mean, he was a real OG, like Palomalu and God damn, I started to say Isaiah Thomas. I am in a whole nother daggone bracket.
At what?
Yeah, the band get hard. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
Like, and don't get me wrong. Like, and that was another thing too. I know it's frustrating for defensive, linemen and corners and linebackers. You can't hit like you used to, man. You can't hit like you used to. And it's funny. I was watching, I was watching the old Here Comes the Booms on YouTube. One of my girls, she's like, oh my God, look at this. I was like, oh man, that's how we used to hit when I played football. I was like, you can't hit like that now. Now it's like you gotta grab them and get ran over, get trucked, and you get flung off. Shoot, back in the day, you used to get lit up. When I played football, coach used to tell us, pop that plastic.
Yep.
And we were headhunt. That period. And we'd get up and look at you and keep it moving.
100%. That was the
nowadays you can't even blow on them. You know what I'm saying? Now the quarterback situation, I get that, I understand that, but at the same time, it's a different game than it is now than back then, man. We can't just hit them like we used to. Yeah. And that was one of the things that I just couldn't even understand, like how Patrick Mahomes had got a concussion with that tackle. I was like, that was a legal hit.
Yeah.
But when he got up and he was woozy, and then I said, man, he looked like the drunk friend at the club, like you trying to get him in the car. He was out of there. I was like, damn.
Look, 30 degrees on the ground. That grass is hard. His helmet went straight into that. That's what it was.
That
wasn't
is true.
Hit, it was the
that was
the contact. True. That's what happened to Roy Jones, man, when he got knocked out against Tarver. It wasn't the punch that KO'd him. It was the back of that head bouncing off that mat, man.
That was what he did bounce.
Yeah, gravity is undefeated.
All time. You cannot beat gravity. Like Nate. That's what happened when Nate bounced when he hit that canvas. I was like, oh, he bounced. It's like he sleep.
Yeah,
he was planking.
Was not a good look. Was not a good look at all.
My God, man, that's crazy. What do you think about McGregor?
Oh man, I'm a fan. Honestly, so it's funny. We got the kids tonight. My wife said that my mom may watch him. If she do, we going to go watch that fight. Look, what I love about McGregor, man, is first of all, he's a true competitor. So like you see in boxing, the best don't want to fight the best. I don't care about the fact that he's got a couple of losses or whatever. If you're willing to step in the ring when you know what the consequences can happen in the ring against people that you're not supposed to beat a Mayweather. And honestly, nobody thought he was going to do anything with the little Russian dude, Khabib. So, yeah, man, I'm a huge fan because he's all about the actual art of competition, and then he's bringing notoriety and fame to the sport so these guys can make money. So before he started doing all that talking, the money wasn't the same. So I'm always for people that are making it possible for other people to make a better living.
For sure, because he showed got a bag messing around with Mayweather, but Mayweather took about 10 bags.
100 million or 300 million? Which one you want? 300.
I mean, if I can get 300, I'll take it. But if you gonna give me 100, I ain't be mad. I'm just saying. Yeah. Like my kids ask me all the time, "Would you get in the ring with Tyson?" I said, "For what?" They talking about for 10,000. That ain't enough to cover the doctor bill. Is you crazy? No, I need some zeros. then I'll think about it. But
Yeah.
nah, we can't do that.
Yeah,
All right.
give me half. I do it. Side note,
Yeah.
also McGregor got some really good whiskey too, and I drink it.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you can get
I
me
haven't
that,
tried it yet, but I've heard, man. You've been. I might have to give me some of this old proper. You know
yeah,
what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
haven't tried it yet. I need to go ahead and try it.
it's pretty
Definitely,
decent.
definitely. The Boosie put out some stuff too. I'm gonna have to see about that too. Do some
Is it
Boosie
support.
what?
juice.
Yeah, the Boosie Jew. He got his own liquor now.
I'm gonna have to try that out too.
Yeah, I saw it on IG. I can't recall what it is. Boy, Ailey said McGregor's all about the money. He'll fight a wolf for the right price. That's good. Hey, but you know what, Alias? That's my guy right there. McGregor is one that I would actually put money on because that boy got heart, man, and he gonna go in there and bang with you. And if you can't bang with him, you gonna catch the short end of that stick. That's just the way that I've watched him fight. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get out there with anybody. He don't care. But if you're not able to bang with him or go the distance with him, he gonna take care. That's
Yeah,
just the
man.
way it is.
When you think about that first fight that he had with Nate Diaz, he wasn't supposed to fight Nate Diaz, and that fight wasn't supposed to be at 170 pounds. But because the fighter he was supposed to fight couldn't fight, Nate like, all right, I'll do it. He's like, all right, well, fine, I'll fight you at 170 pounds. Like, and I do like 5'6", maybe 5'7". I mean, he might be taller than that, but he's not no natural 185, 190-pound dude. Then that's what Nate Diaz is 6 foot tall.
Yeah, he had to put on.
Yeah.
Definitely had to put on. Man.
I like that.
All right, so my man had put something in here in the chat, and I'm glad you did it because I definitely wanted to talk about these things, man, because I'm kind of in my feelings about it, but I'm gonna reserve my feelings, so to speak. Chinese New Year one lows. Me, I'm a fan of 1s and 11s. They're both in my top 5. They actually kind of rotate depending on what it is, because I'll say 1s are my favorite, and sometimes I'll say 11s are my favorite, depending on the silhouette, what's going on, what I'm going up against. So 1 lows are one of the things that I do love too, because I love 1s, highs, mids, and lows. I'm one of those people. And side note, when you said the mids are getting a lot of love, I've been saying that since last year that y'all gonna respect the mids. But these are so clean. This is a pretty shoe.
It is.
I love this shoe. I want this shoe. I need this shoe. And the fact that it's limited to 8,500 pairs now, and I found this out yesterday, I'm seriously in my feelings about it, because that means they're going to be releasing somewhere real limited somewhere. And I think I might have to give me a bot to get these shoes.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm at with this one. I know a lot of people don't like lows. They say they don't like them, but you already know they're going to sell out. If they were 88,000 pairs of these, they were still going to sell out because people tell me they don't like lows. But it's a clean shoe, man. What do you think about this one?
I was super excited about that shoe, and I'm like you. I was super disappointed yesterday when I read that it was only going to be 8,500 pairs. Now, the thing I love about the shoe is just the detail and the quality. Like, I'm one of those guys where matter of fact, funny enough, I got on 1 Lows right now, some Travis, but I rock 1 Lows all the time. I actually prefer when I'm just, doing regular stuff to wear the lows versus the highs, because it ain't nothing around your ankle. It's a lighter shoe. And for whatever reason, I always feel like the insole's got better cushion. It just might be my mental, but it just is what it is. This shoe was amazing, and it's only probably going to release, in Asia or something like that, and we're going to need a bot. And what I don't like about that aspect is Nike finds ways. Look, I understand these limited collaborations, right? Everybody needs to make a little extra money. They built the hype around the shoe. They built the hype around it, but it don't have to be every dope shoe. And anytime they put some extra details in something, we get screwed. So it's disappointing because I was really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I definitely was. And I have a niece that's in Atlanta, and I wish I could show y'all the messages. She been DMing me for about 3 weeks about these. She's like, I'm not hearing any information about them. Can you get them and this and that? I'm like, well, shoot, I'm trying to get them myself. So, but when I find out, I'll let you know. And then I texted this morning. I was like, those gonna be limited. And I love detail. Oh, snap.
Yep.
That part I didn't know.
Yep.
Yeah. So they numbered. Well,
it's a wrap.
Well, first of all, Charles, we seen your collection. You gonna get you a pair of them. So you know, you gonna eventually you gonna get a pair. So
Charles, let me tell you, I wear 11.5 on my lows, my one lows.
I got you.
I wear 12, but in all my one lows, I do 11.5 because it just fit better. I love the way they fit. I love the details on that shoe. If you can get that shoe, I'd be most graciously appreciative to you.
Hey, I'm gonna see what I can do for the both of us, brother.
Look, for sure.
I got a couple friends of mine that run bots and stuff like that, but for the most part, man, I had kind of given up on. I hit a lot because I buy a lot of shoes, so I hit at like Foot Action and Champs. So if something come locally or Chicago, normally I feel pretty good about my ability to get it. But I've given up on trying to get these shoes retail, man. I just accept the fact that I'm probably gonna have to go through a group or StockX or go and not have to deal with the hassle, or maybe try to find it later on down the line, eBay or something. But funny story, me and my kicks, I committed that I'm not paying resale for shoes this year. I got one shoe that I can pay resale for, and that's the Dior one. So unless it's that, I'm not getting it. So
I don't see you paying that. I see you willing and dealing. You gonna barter that one. You gonna barter that one, bro. I've been listening to you. I've been peeping the game. You got assets. You got assets to borrow.
It's always a loophole. It's always a loophole.
It's always a loophole. Always.
What about to say, that's crazy. I mean, you know, BA Daniel.
Yeah, that's the homie.
Yeah. He used to stay hidden in Chicago on before it was the Flex app. He used to stay hidden on Chicago on the Foot Locker. He had to come all the way to Chicago to pick up the shoes, man. Like that's how I got it. That's how I knew BA. But yeah, man, great dude.
Yeah, no, man, we done rode up there a bunch of times, man. I used to be right there with him, but the thing was, he put me on it. So by the time I started winning, he already had 5 accounts that was winning. So I go up there and pick up my 2 or 3, and he coming back with. That boy came back with 5 pairs of calls, 4s. I was like,
dang.
Yeah.
And the price on them bad boys now.
He got kids too. He'll put the kids in the car, give them both a tablet. Hey, we're going to Chicago, bro, and they'll just be coming to Chicago, man. Like he stayed making them trips, and I'm like, bro, how are you heading in St. Louis and I can't even get it in Chicago? Like it's crazy.
Yeah, he can't win nothing now though. It's the flex, the FLX, man. It killed him. It killed him. He can't win.
It killed everybody.
It killed everybody, bro. Everybody. I literally didn't hit on the Flex app for like almost a year. Literally, almost a year. Matter of fact, the first shoes I hit on the Flex app was the Denim 3s.
Oh, really? I mean, that's a good. Well, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just think. That was the only shoe I hit on. The first shoe I hit on since the Flex app came in.
Yeah. See, I was reversed. I was hitting from the beginning and then I stopped. So I hit on like the Travis 6s. I hit on the Off-White 5s for multiple pairs, which was all love. But then like I couldn't hit nothing for months. So man, apparently I remember when I forgot what it was that dropped. It was something like around May, but the average point, like the average total of points for the people that was picking up in Chicago was like 1.2 million points, and this was back in May.
Yeah.
So I mean, the fact that you had already spent 10 grand with Foot Action and Foot Locker, and FLX didn't start to like March, like you can't compete with that. Nobody can compete with that.
That's a reseller right there.
Not even that, shoot. I can't tell you how many points I lost. Almost probably 200,000-300,000 points when it transferred. Just lost. They like, oh well, we can't give them to you. And I'm looking at them like, what do you mean? But keep on and on.
The thing about that system that, like, look, it's benefited me as somebody that always bought shoes, and then like I realized what the algorithm was. So when FLX dropped and I stopped hitting, I just started going and buying more stuff, right? And like I'm just gonna do what I got to do to get my points up so I can hit. But to me, I don't understand really why they do it like that when a regular person can't get a shoe. Like any
Yeah.
shoe, you can't. They've made it to the point where a regular person cannot get a general release. Like those Starfish 13s, there's no way in the world that those was not supposed to be something you couldn't walk in the store and get. If those would have came out 2 years ago, they should have been fitting. But
And that's the thing. But they're supposed to help you. This is to stop resellers or bots and all that. How it didn't. It just made things worse.
yeah, resellers got them all. I mean, I see people post 15, 20, 25 pairs of those. I'm like, first of all, they bricks. I don't, but because you can't, but and nobody really, not to say nobody wants them, but it's the only reason why they can charge a premium is because they have them all.
Yeah, and it makes sense. So it's like we don't have a problem with the resellers. It's just like you cornering the market, and we don't like the prices. I have nothing against resellers because without resellers, we're not able to. When I say we, I mean the sneaker community. People can say what they want to about resellers, but if you've ever reached back, whether it be StockX, GOAT, whatever reselling app you do, if it wasn't for a reseller, you wouldn't be able to reach back or grab pairs. Period. So I'm not going to sit and say I don't like resellers. I just don't like the fact that y'all corner the market, or you get people that standing in line, and then all of a sudden you got 10 people popping up out of nowhere once the doors open because they weren't in the lines or people holding places. Now that's why I have a problem, because when you're camping out, with all respect, if you're camping out, I'm camping out. You know what I'm saying? If I got 2 people in front of me, 5 people in front of me, 20 people in front of me, shoot, that's where I'm thinking in my head, okay, I got 20 people in front of me. When the door open, I don't expect to see 5, 6, 7, 8, 12 more people pop up out of no damn where. Now we got a problem. You know what I'm saying? So I have no problem with the resellers. It's just like, just get it how we get it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. I'm with you. I mean, the fact that you can go back and get any shoe, and honestly, another aspect of that for me too, as a collector, when you got that many shoes, it's nice to know that there's value in it too. So the fact that people go out and resell, and there's a market for it, makes me feel good. So like, if I look at my collection, and I have to justify to my wife and my mom, I'm like, well, yeah, there was a shoes, but if something happened and we had to buy a liver or something, I got some things we could get rid of to do that, but without those people, you couldn't do that.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's crazy because you have to have a conversation. I've been there. Like, why are you buying shoes? Or the question was, when you going to stop buying shoes? And I'm like, I was buying shoes before I met you. I'm gonna keep buying shoes. I'm buying shoes for me, my kids, and others. Like, this is my one passion, my one vice. It's not gonna stop. Like, I'm on my 3rd collection, so it ain't gonna stop. It subsided once I had kids. Now they grown. Now I'm full throttle again.
I love it, man.
So, yeah.
I mean, it keeps me out of trouble. My wife don't really have a problem with it because she's like, listen, I'd rather you be addicted to this than something else. You know what I mean? Like, some people it's drugs. For me it was, women and other stuff. You know what I mean? So like going out and getting attention and all that. I'm like, listen, man, I can say that I get those heart palpitations when you get that box. But I'll tell you a funny story. I bought the Mars Blackman ones, right? So the Fort Greene ones. So the ones that had Spike Lee on the back. And I found them from Sneaker Slut had a pair of them on Instagram. And man, I was all excited. We were sitting down to do an unboxing with the girls, and we opened up the box, and somebody had punched through the box, stole the shoes out, and put some worn Way of Wade, so basically some work boots in the shoe. And but that feeling, them heart palpitations, that feeling of excitement, like I still get that opening the shoe 800 shoes later. You know what I'm saying? So for me, like you can't get that. It's not a lot of things that give you that feeling in life. So the fact that I still get that there, I'm like, I'd rather get it there than anywhere else. Like it keeps me out of trouble. I'm in my house. I'm safe. I ain't doing nothing crazy. It's my money.
Yeah, it is. I definitely get excited. I call it the ice cream truck. Every time I see UPS, FedEx, and I know I got something coming. I got the apps on my phone. It's coming. I'm like, I'm there with you. I feel you. So I get the same excitement. I'd be like, man. Then I get lazy because then the boxes will start sitting here piling up, and I know I need to do videos. But then that's another thing. I know they're here. They're here in the castle. I'm good. So once they touch down, they safe. I'm good.
Thanks.
All right. Let's see. This one, me and my kicks. Matter of fact, shout out to my man Coffee with the Foe because he loves 14s and Flight Academy too. Now, compared to the pictures that we seen before, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. My energy has changed. Hey, I gotta keep it a band, bro. You know I'm gonna keep it a band. I was talking to Coffee, I want to say yesterday. These look way better than the first pictures that we saw. I don't know. It was
I had
camera.
I had a feeling it was gonna start looking nice. Like you can't like that clat design and that colorway. You just can't beat it, man. Like, but yeah, these definitely cold, man.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like the little pendant on the back though. It's just.
Well, from what I can tell, I think it's removable. I don't like it because I feel like it'll come off. That's just my personal opinion. Because I seen some other pictures on IG to where they had it came off. Okay. But I feel like it's not secure enough to stay there. That's just my opinion. But I wouldn't have it on there. I don't think I would. I think it's like a little rubber band stretchy thing where it stays on it. But for some odd reason, I feel like, just I feel like you have to walk. You know how back in the day you used to get a fresh pair of kicks and you just walk funny? I think that's how you have to walk with these shoes with that pendant on it because I feel like it'll come off. So I wouldn't have it on there. That's just my opinion. But Charles, what you think?
I like the details, man. But for me, this is one of those shoes where this is gonna look better in a drop front or a glass case or as a display item than it's actually like I had the 13s and I loved everything that they put into it, but every time I put that shoe on, I did it 4 times. I put it on, I was about to go somewhere and put on an outfit and look down like, nah, I can't do it. And I feel like I'm gonna have the same feeling with the 14s.
I can see that. You definitely. There's gonna be some interesting drip you have to pop with this. Yeah. But I will say it definitely looks better. I'm not mad at it. I wouldn't mind having it. If I get it, I can get it. If not, I'm not gonna break my neck trying to get it because I already know the resale is gonna be the way my wallet is set up. I got a checking in the savings. I ain't gonna be able to do it. Not gonna be able to do it. The next one we have, I definitely like it. My man know I love 90s, and I'm glad the bacon is coming back.
Bacon,
yes. Bacon, yes. MS 90s are my super fave. Definitely love these. Definitely gotta have these. So yeah, not mad at these at all. Yeah, I would throw some pink laces in.
Yeah, throwing some pink laces in there to make them pop. But yeah, I wasn't a big fan of the bacon colorway. I don't know how you get bacon from this colorway. I'm guessing because before it's cooked, it looked like that maybe. But yeah,
yeah, that's exactly how it's bacon colored.
Yeah, these not bad. Hopefully they come out and everybody can get them.
I hope so. It would be nice.
It's rare that we get super rare. Super limited 90s. So we should be in pretty good shape. When I look at the infrared 90s, I would imagine those will probably get the same kind of treatment. I would think.
Okay. Yeah. Since it's GR, he don't want them. It's just like,
that's below his pay grade.
Yeah, he's like, oh, man, them too easy. Them too easy, man. Too easy.
Oh man,
it's below your pay grade. You be like, nah, I'm good. I leave that to the scragglers.
I bought the infrared 90s, and I took them with me when I went to New York for my birthday. I like regular stuff too. It's funny, man. People think because I got a lot of limited stuff, but the shoe that I wore the most is probably the Dave White Air Max. Was the Airwax 98? I love those. And that's not it wasn't a super difficult shoe to get, but I just love the fact that orange looks good. You crease them up, you can run them. They're super comfortable. And no matter what I do, I cut grass in them and I go out in them because no matter what I do in them, you can't mess them up.
These released today.
Yeah,
so
man.
I found out. I didn't even know these were coming out, so I was really in my feelings.
I was mad. These guys, I didn't even know these gonna drop.
Yeah, I did not either, and I usually keep my ear to the street, man. Especially about some LeBron, man. I rock with LeBrons, but these were definitely up under the radar, up under the water somewhere, because they popped up on sneakers today, and when I seen it, it literally said sold out, and I was like, "What the crap just happened?"
Well, yesterday.
What's funny is they doing a lot with the graffiti. Like, you know, they had the 17 graffitis, and now they got the 8 graffitis. I'm like, come on! And then, man, it's crazy. I can't believe those LeBron 10 championship rings won the whole vote off thing. Man, it's ridiculous.
Man, all of that was some real.
Oh, okay. Is those the 4s or the 17s?
4s.
Oh my God, this guy.
This guy. Yeah.
17 too, though. The 17s actually, I like the 17s a lot, but the 4s, like, that was one of my grails too. That was one of my grails. That shoe popped up yesterday. I don't know if y'all paid attention, but you know they did the like that sneakers live event or whatnot. So that was one of the shoes that was in the live, and what they're gonna do with the LeBron watches on the 23rd of every month, they're gonna drop a shoe. But I'm guessing they timed the shoes to the team that he played, that they playing, are they playing the Knicks today, or did they play the Knicks yesterday or something like that?
I think it's today.
Today, yeah. So them dropping that graffiti, the New York graffiti, was kind of it was right on time, I guess.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, they played them yesterday.
Yep.
They played the Bulls today. Yeah, they played the Bulls today. That's crazy.
That graffiti style though is a beautiful shoe, man. I saw it this morning, and I got a chance to try for it on time and didn't hit. But you know who did hit? BA.
Oh, BA?
Yep.
Oh yeah, he loved LeBron's too, so that was nice to hit.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's a wider release, because last time they did LeBron watch, they were dropping their like certain Foot Lockers afterwards. So I hope that this still happens, because you know I definitely need them 8s.
Yeah.
Well,
it's a cold shoe.
What I say this one is for me personally. You pulled it up. Yeah. See, I always wanted these shoes. I know y'all mess with the T-Max or whatever, but I need these. I always wanted the T-Mac 1s and 2s. I got T-Mac 1s, but I've been waiting for them to retro the 2s, and they finally gonna do it. So it's about time for me to go ahead and grab these joints. Now I know these not, you know, people's cup of tea, but I need them.
These are in your color too.
Yep, these are in my color. I definitely need them though, man. Like, yeah, I'm just so glad they finally retroing, because like they retroed them like a couple years ago, but they didn't add the T-Mac name to them. Like they gave them like a fake name, and they had like a couple of details missing. But now they finally doing true justice. But what about I say? Well, let me go ahead and cue me up, man, so we can go ahead and get on up out of here.
That was one of my. I could never get with the Adidas basketball, man. I like other. I could do Fila. I could do Reebok basketball, man. The T-Max and the early Kobe's. Every time I saw those, man, they look like space boots to me, like kind of like moon. I feel like it's futuristic moon shoes, you know?
Yeah, you know, I feel you. Says the guy who was wearing Hyper Dunks. What do you call Air Mags?
Air Mags. Did you ever wear them?
Yeah, he won. He said one.
Yeah, gang of time.
This guy.
But that was an ode to my childhood, man. I mean, you know, Back to the Future. I saw the movie. You know, as a kid, you're like, man, I want those. When they dropped, I was like, I had to have them.
I ain't gonna hold you. So yeah, definitely. All right. So this part of the show, this is where we come in, and y'all already know. This is where we have the highly rockable part of shoe. I didn't do too well last week. I got called out at the last minute. My man didn't like what I pulled out, but I don't work well under pressure, but sometimes I do. But anyway, my man, me and my kicks, he's gonna show us something that is highly rockable. Let me go and pull him up to the screen. What you got for us today?
All right, you know, first up we got the LeBron 8, you know, Laker joints. I wasn't a big fan of 11s. I mean 8s. I'm sorry, but you know, I like this colorway on it. I don't know. I guess you throw Laker colorway on the shoe, I gotta have it. And you know, since I slipped last time, we bring out another one. We got the Air Jordan 12 Cool Gray. People slept on this colorway, man, but you know, this is definitely
why yours BS, bro?
Hey,
wear the shoe. Hold on, man. This dude here, wear the shoe.
I'm worse than Charles, man. Charles be wearing his Heat, man. I don't even give you a chance to wear mine, man. But it's definitely classic. I had to go and pull it up for you guys, but this is the Jordan 12 Cool Gray joints plus the LeBron 8 Laker joints.
Definitely highly rockable. But wear the shoe. Wear the shoe. I told you I got all them cool grades, but hey, you know what? When we was talking the last time, you told me that that 10 was a cool grade. You know, it's 2 different cool grades.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, damn. The one I was thinking of, it wasn't the one that you had, but
right,
they did make 2. I had to Google it later on. Yeah, they did make 2.
It was 2 cool grades. I was like, yeah, I need to go back and go get that one. And yeah, I need the 3 and that 11 this year. So yeah, wear the shoe. Man, all right, man. Hey, we pretty much had fun today, man. I definitely appreciate you pulling up, Charles. Definitely want to, man. We might have to talk one of these days, and maybe we can get y'all together and collab. You know what I'm saying? We can do something on the show, or not even just battle. We probably get both y'all on the show at the same time. We can just definitely chop it up. But I will tell you this: anytime that you want to pull up, you're welcome to pull up. We do this every other week. We used to do it every week, but we're doing it every other week. And anytime you want to pull up, I always put the link in, or if you know what I'm saying, or just email me, let me know, or let me and my kicks know, and shoot, we can definitely pull it up. So it's always an open door policy over here on SOLESCENTER.
Hey man, I appreciate it. It's been fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it. You fellas brought out the best in me, had me go out there and had me going in some cases today. So it's been fun, man. And y'all know your kicks, you know your sports. So yeah, man, I'll definitely be back for sure.
For sure. Appreciate you. Definitely appreciate you. So what I want you to do, how we end the show, you definitely gotta shout out all your social media and stuff like this. Let everybody know how they can get in touch with you. And you know what I'm saying? We let everybody know, and then we'll close it on up out and get it up out of here.
For sure. Well, appreciate y'all for having me on, man. Follow your boy at One Grown Man. So that's @1grown_man on IG. On YouTube, we at C-Bell on YouTube. Unboxing with Daddy. So anytime you look at Unboxing with Daddy, you find me in there. That's on Instagram too. So on Facebook, man, just Charles Bell. But man, definitely been a pleasure, fellas. So anytime, man, I appreciate it.
For sure,
man. Hey, I'm telling you, y'all need to go on Facebook, man. Facebook be where the true collectors be at, man. Like when I
shut mine down, bro.
Your Facebook?
I don't be on there like that. And
it's old gold to me, man. Old gold.
It's just getting on my nerves.
People
get on my nerves. Like I don't be on Facebook, and the people just get on my nerves. As
you can see, I got the. I mean, maybe one day have R. Lamar come through because he also collect a lot of samples too. Like, R. Lamar, he been in a couple battles. He be doing little battles though. He don't have a YouTube, but he do be battling sometimes though. So
I need to get in this group y'all got. That's what I need to do.
Oh, you say you battled him before?
Yeah, we battled before. We battled.
Okay.
I want to say back. So before Show Me Kicks in July, we did a battle leading up to that just to kind of create a little bit of hype around the event. And we did 20 rounds. So we did 20 rounds, and I put it in late. We put the results in late. I handed it to him. So next time you talk to him, tell him I said what up.
You got it like that, okay?
I know. I got it. Look, I have to do that because look, he come to St. Louis, and I was a part of Show Me Kicks, and I was a part of Laced Up STL, like as part of like the event team. So they never let me battle on feet, like in feet or on feet on feet. So he won like 4 or 5 of them in a row, and he calling me out like, bro, man, I'm coming to your city and dominating. I'm like, bro, I'm wearing like I'm working. I'm just wearing my regular shoes. Like I'm not. Even if I wanted to get in, they're not letting me in. So this year was the first year that I did it, and it was basically for him, and he won. So I had to kick his ass in that battle.
Well, I was gonna go to the event too, man, but I was just like, man, because it's like a 6-7 hour drive from Chicago. I was like,
Yep.
I was like, do I want to take that drive? And then, and then COVID. I was like, no, you know what, man, let me just go ahead and chill. But I know y'all had a great event. What's the dude name? Superhero? What do he call himself?
Yeah. Chris Superhero Corn.
Yeah, he was out there. You know, 'cause he's from St. Louis too. So you know, it seemed like a good event. Hopefully, you know, later on down the line, I can come on slide through one of these events, man, because y'all definitely be doing y'all thing in STL. I can't lie. So
we might have to do that. Well, my thing is, matter of fact, we forgot to even talk about it, but like, any of y'all plan on doing the sneaker con? You know what I'm saying? It's coming up in Cleveland.
I want to. We're gonna see how this. My wife don't want me to get the vaccine, and I got to travel for work. So I'm like, do I risk that too? You know, because that the confined, it's a lot of people that be at those events, and it's a lot of stuff changing hands. So,
Yes.
but I want to for a couple of reasons. Just this type of stuff here, promoting the brand and everything else, and then the
absolutely.
You got to have. I want people to know who we are and what we bring to the table in St. Louis. Like y'all know, but nationally, St. Louis don't have that reputation as a sneakerhead. So being a sneakerhead in St. Louis don't get you a lot of pub. But that's one of the reasons why I was like, you know what, let me start rocking some of this stuff that people see me actually having at some of these types of events, because then you start to bring that attention back to the city.
I was about to say, I want to go just to. I want to go I want to go inside. I just want to pass out my cars in the line. You know, I be doing like
parking lot pimp.
Yeah.
I just want a parking lot pimp for real, man. Because
they wait in the line, just passing out cars, and then and then just leave after it all died down, man. But yeah, man. But
my biggest fear is, I know there's a lot of people get it in confined spaces, and I don't want to be in there, because I can understand them holding the event. I just don't see how you're going to social distance with that many people, especially being the first one since last year. I just can't see it. I'm sorry. It's got to make it make sense. It's not making sense to me, and I'm just trying to visualize it, and I can't.
They had to rent out the Bengal Stadium, Cleveland. They had to rent out the Quicken Loans Arena for that to work. Like real talk, just
but they're gonna take out all the seats.
Yeah, all the seats.
Just push them. Yeah, they're gonna have to figure something out. Shoot, why didn't they just do like the first one in Dallas? Hell, you got enough room in the stadium. Jerry World to do it. That stadium big as heck.
It'd be nice, man. But yeah, man, I ain't gonna hold you guys up. But it's your favorite YouTuber, Me and My Kicks, man. Check me out on all forms of social media at Me and My Kicks. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, what are you doing, man? Hit that subscribe button. Takes nothing but a couple seconds, and you'll be notified of when I drop future videos.
For sure. Y'all already know, man. It's your boy Kings23 Kicks. You can find me on all social media. I'm talking about everything, including TikTok and Twitter and everything else. Snapchat, all of that. Same thing. Kings23 Kicks. You know what I'm saying? I'm on everything. I'm doing more TikToks lately. That stuff is just fun, bro. Like I was up to like 4 in the morning the other day. I got stuck. But hey, man, I appreciate everybody putting up. Big shout out to everybody on the panel. Big shout out to everybody in the chat. I love it when you guys interact, man. Definitely special shout out to my man Charles pulling up. I greatly appreciate you again. And you guys, we will be back in 2 weeks on Saturday at 5 p.m. Central Time. Pull up, you know what I'm saying? We'll do the thing and talk about everything. You know what I'm saying? So, oh man, everybody have a great weekend. Be safe, social distance, wear your mask.
Enjoy these games at tomorrow.
Oh man, I'm not doing nothing tomorrow. It's straight football tomorrow. Y'all already know. I mean, we ain't gonna have football after the ball. We ain't gonna have football for a minute. So to the Super Bowl, you gotta enjoy it. But I'm watching basketball. Y'all already know. Y'all have a good one, man. Hey, be safe. Oh, like both say.